Hello everybody and welcome back to Irish Succession, episode 12. Last episode, we conquered a couple of provinces over in Wales, and we created the Kingdom of Ayr over here, which is a very big first step. In this episode, we're largely waiting for Mercia here to finish up with their various revolts. It's not going well for them. We'll see how that actually ends up panning out for them. But for now, we want to take these two provinces that we have claims on, but we can't do that until their revolt ends, because the moment their revolt ends, our war does too, and they are pretty much out. They aren't going to do much more. We can give Harley an education focus, though. Let's give him... Let's see, he is Rowdy and Idolizer, so that would be... He'd cancel himself out for Martial, which is one of his better stats. That's okay. We'll have him do that. I see that these guys, in their interesting war against Norway, have not bothered to leave because, like us, they do not have the boat technology. I don't know how they're planning on getting there anytime soon. Felix finished his education. He's, of course, our eldest son, and he is an intricate web reaver. Okay, he's a web reaver. That's exciting. He's pretty good at intrigue. Hopefully he's not too angry at us. Oh, he's quite angry at us. Mostly because we're boring. Well, he'll get over it, or he'll murder us. One or the other. I'd like to take the Isle of Man. He will not accept that at all. Ideally, honestly, we move that guy over there. We already have two claims over here in Wales. Wales is what? If we go into here, we can check the de jure Kingdom of Wales. And Wales is 10. We need 51%. So 2 more would actually allow us to create the Kingdom of Wales and have de jure claims. That would be great. Glamorgan is prospering. So yeah, we don't actually need any more claims over in Wales. What de jure kingdom is Isle of Man in? That's de jure part of Pictland. Okay, excellent. We are, of course, good friends with Pictland. They are our tributary, and we also are currently betrothed to someone high up in their succession. I'm not sure exactly how high, but it's not going to turn into anything for us because it's not matrilineal. These guys can marry. Who is this? That's our courtier and our chancellor. I don't think I set this up, did I? No, I don't think I did. I think I just accepted it because I didn't care about her. That's fine. And the marriage went through, as expected. I wouldn't mind taking Strathclyde, but looks like the Waldenesians in Strathclyde are already working on that. I could join their war, but they're not going to accept that. Well, they would accept it, but I have no reason to want to join their war. We can get our reinforced hill fort built up to a stone hill fort here in about 50 more gold, which is what we'll probably do. And it's possible to rank up to a Camesis. That would be exciting. Snedga needs a focus. Let's go ahead and give her either diplomacy or learning. Let's go for learning. I've been doing a lot of diplomacy lately, and we advanced in the Benedictine order. Oh look, Norway showed up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, rip Connachta. And Northumbria wants us to help against a revolt. We might as well. We're not really doing anything right now. Let's go ahead and march up here to Ulaid. We're not going to cross over immediately. Just going to group up here and this guy sent us a finger bone of Saint Benedict. Okay. As a saint's finger bone. Plus a quarter prestige monthly and a quarter piety monthly. I'll take it. That's very nice. Thank you, Benedictine order. He thinks we're pious. How nice of him. I mean, we have kind of been making some pious sort of decisions. I'd like to point out that we have here almost 2,000 almost 2,500 personal troops. Not calling any vassals or any tributaries. We do need to partition off some of this stuff down here, though. Sooner rather than later. Increase council power in air. Who is this? These guys want to get back the law that we changed before. This one here. They want to change revoked titles back to council. And they're willing to fight a war over it. Well, as of right now, they're not very strong. The leader is this guy. And he's mostly just angry for not being on the council. His stats are terrible, though. I don't think it's too much of a threat as of right now. Just go ahead and crush these guys quick. Okay. Something changed with the war. I'm not particularly familiar with the region, so I'm not sure what exactly happened there. But it looks like nothing too much changed. I've decided to take Harley the 17th along with me today as I preach to the people about God and how they should try to live their lives according to the rule of Saint Benedict. Harley the 17th is attentive throughout, and I'm sure he has learnt some valuable lessons about God and the Benedictine order today. Excellent. So Harley the 17th, who's already a massive ball of stats, gets more stats. Look at that. 14 stewardship at age 8. Like, this kid's better than me. And he's 8. This guy finished his education in the ways of war. He is a brilliant strategist. That's pretty strong. He'd make a pretty good marshal, as opposed to this guy. We should probably move him in there, although he'd be a malcontent. So we probably won't do that. I would very much like to get out of this, though. But Mercia is still embroiled in their, like, 4-way civil war. So I guess we just fight this and finish that up. Isle of Man is still our tributary. So it's all good there. My court physician, this guy, has shared some of his latest ideas with me. I do not know much of medicine, but perhaps he's onto something. He's asked me for some money to develop his theory further and write a book on it. Of course, advancements in medicine benefit us all, or I'm already paying him, aren't I? Greedy leech. I want to give him money for research, kind of. We're kind of tight on funds, but I like research. Research is generally good. 818 was when we could do some law changes. Make the council even more upset. I can't stop thinking about all those prisoners in my dungeon. They're at my complete mercy. What a thrill it would be to hurt them. To hear the sweet screams. To see the panic in their eyes. I can gain 10 piety, or I can lose 10 piety and torture her. I mean, we gotta torture her, right? We have plenty of piety. No problem there. There we go. She's tortured. The moment we finish this siege, we should go defend this. Snedgis needs himself a nice little focus. Let's see here. He's currently indolent, so he wouldn't do too well with stewardship education. He's also timid, so he would do well with learning. Let's go ahead and make him a priest. We'll march over here and defend their capital. They've also got some sieging going on, so that's all good. We are 38 years old now. We started this quite young. We've still got quite a few years ahead of us. Maybe. Although I'm not forbidden to lead armies, so with all the fighting we're doing, who knows? As the farmers prepare for sowing their spring crops, your court chaplain suggests that you bring out the holy relic in possession and bless the fields. Surely this would increase the likelihood of a bountiful harvest this year. Yes, it will bless the land and pacify the peasants. Minus 8% revolt risk in Sildara, which doesn't have a revolt risk. Or no, I don't think it would do any good. And we get cynical. What could go wrong? Let's be cynical. This war should be getting relatively close-ish to over. Especially if we capture this guy. These guys are part of the Mercian Revolt, so it's just these two down here that are revolting. This siege should wrap up quite soon. The craftsmen that you funded a couple of years ago have returned to tell you of their success. With your support, they were able to set up their business, and it's now one of the most profitable enterprises in Gwynedd. Great! More taxes for me. 100 gold. And 10% city tax in Gwynedd. Excellent. With that 100 gold, we have enough to form a title. What title do we want? We can get some of these vassals out from under us, which would be really handy. I'm leaning towards Ulster up here. We create this, like so. Because we're a king, we can have dukes under us, so we need to decide who of these we want to actually hold this. Who is, or where is the de jure capital of this duchy? This guy is the de jure capital. Yuck. I do not want this guy on as my first duke. Do we have anybody friendlier? Well, not that guy. How about this guy? Nope. How about this guy? This guy is friendlier. He's also a really good diplomat. Let's grant him a landed title. High Chieftain of Ulaid. People don't want this to happen. They would be very upset if I went against the will of the council there. I want to give it to this guy, for sure. Let's see if we can make that happen, shall we? This guy owes me a favor. Definitely not Harley. We can maybe call that favor in. Was he one of the ones who was opposing it? Yes. Yes. He wants the title for himself. Part of his de jure territory. Go away, definitely not Harley. That's not part of your de jure territory. What titles do you hold anyway? We need to take a look at that. He has a weak claim on the High Chiefdom of Mumu and Mead. That's what I thought. Well, we're going to call in his council support. And then we're going to need support of at least one more guy here. We only have 45 gold, so let's go shopping, see if there's anybody who's cheap enough. Not him. Not him. Not him. Nope, they're all being jerks. Okay. So, the question is, how close are we actually? Oh, they would actually accept this now because of his diplomacy rating, I bet. So we can actually do this. Include the lower titles. So the Chiefdom of Tir Eogain, the Chieftain of Ulaid, and Ergiala. These will all be his problem now. So he is now a High Chief. And he wants to be on our council, and he should be on our council. So let's take a look at this guy. He has skill 12 stewardship. Let's change his council position to steward. And then appoint this guy as our new chancellor. And he can go fabricate claims in the Isle of Man. And now he's very, very happy with us. He's a powerful vassal because he controls this entire duchy. We got quite a few vassals out from under us, which is very nice. Delegation is always handy. And we have one very happy duke. Technically he's a high chief, but he'll be a duke. And we won the revolt. Excellent. Ever since your pursuit of wealth began and you started keeping a close eye on both income and expenses, your coffers seem to be filled to the brim more often than not. A thriving economy is good for the realm. Stewardship +1. So let's bring these guys home. We have an idle council member and our steward. He can build legend there. What's our chance to convert this? Very, very, very low. But it is Cathar, and we gotta do it. Put down our army there. Powys appears to be independent, defending against the King of Wessex in the Wessexian Holy War for Huis. He's Waldenesian. He's also defending against East Anglia in the East Anglian Holy War for Essex. There's a big Waldenesian problem down here, isn't there? Yes, there is. Interesting. Well, we can use this to our advantage, of course. We can declare our own holy war for Powys on this. Nearby Waldenesian rulers might join him, but I don't think we care about that. Council votes yes, so let's go ahead and fight this. We can call in our various allies, which a lot of our allies are now vassals. Come on up here. We're still waiting for Mercia to sort out all of this crap. Okay, the Chief of Kanachta used a favor on him to join the factions. That's a bit annoying, but he's really, really not a threat. We're gonna just go ahead and walk in, since it's 384 troops. There is a Waldenesian uprising right next to us that we should probably put down. We've got 4,000 troops here, so it shouldn't be a problem. We'll just go ahead and walk right back in. His 235 are going to come back, but after this battle, we should be able to take care of them. We're not going to completely get rid of this stack, but we'll put a big dent in it. Hopefully Mercia will be able to handle it after that. And then we're just going to go ahead and siege this, because we want to take this. Oh hey, our steward got us another little army here. It's not going to be a huge amount of use. That's a big stack of peasants up there. Up in Strathclyde. And the results from our medical research came in. The book has not received any notable attention, but at least he's developed his skills as a physician. Gain 1 learning. Well, that might save our life, eventually. Maybe. As he's growing older, I can see that Harley could use some guidance in one of my experienced areas, stewardship. I could teach him how to be temperate, and he'll think I'm boring. I am boring! He can be temperate. Good job, Harley. Okay, we finished sieging, actually. There's only the one holding there. That's interesting. We actually can't fight that up there. It looks like that revolt ended. Who else is in this? Oh, no. It's just him. It just hit 100%. There we go. So, we took Powys. So, we now hold extremely large swaths of Wales. The De Jure Kingdom of Wales is just about under our control now. These two here are very, very soon going to be ours. This one, Hereford, that's the only other one that we don't have a direct claim on other than the two down in Cornwall. Go ahead and put these guys down. Now we are at 10 out of 10 of our domain size, so we can't actually hold any more territory ourselves, personally. We can, of course, delegate that out at any time, which will probably become necessary as soon as this character dies. He's 40, so we're kind of getting on up there. But we've got some pretty decent gains going on here. Looks like Mercia ended their war. I clicked right through that, so we might have a child not named Harley or Snedgus. That would be disappointing. We should definitely fight Mercia, though. We'll have to fight the top liege, which is her, Queen the Usurper of Mercia. We're going to declare this war. We're going to press all of our claims. Nobody's going to defend her. Now, when we win this war, we'll get Gwent and Turnalwig, these two. So that will give us plenty to be able to form the Kingdom of Wales. So we're going to do that. We're going to call in the Isle of Man, and Dalriada, and Pictland. And all of our vassals. Do we no longer control Northumbria? We no longer control Northumbria. That's exciting. We'll have to go back after them soon enough. But for now, we're pressing our claims on Mercia. Go ahead and raise that up. We're just going to walk into Dyfed. Hopefully they won't get there in time. And here come our tributaries and vassals. Mercia is one of the stronger ones down here, them in Northumberland. By Northumberland, of course, I mean Northumbria. It's the same place, just in a different time period. Go ahead and merge that. We don't know where exactly Mercia's army is right now. They're probably somewhere over in here. There they are, 651 troops. They're pretty shattered. They're going to get there on 17 October right now. So we're just going to go crush them. They have no way to handle this. They just got out of that really shattering revolt. So they really have no real way to defend against us. We're kind of rude, aren't we? We keep taking advantage of these guys. Oh well, we just keep steadily growing amoeba-like various appendages snaking around here and there. Pretty soon we'll be crossing over into this. Hey, we have abdominal pain clenching at our stomach. Excellent, we got sick. And this guy is trying to heal us. He thinks that we're suffering from food poisoning. Well, he's going to try to treat us. He had us write down the names of our worst enemies, and when nobody was looking, toss the parchment into a fire. Better them than you. I'm glad I hired him. It's +2 health. That worked? Excellent symptom treatment. Okay, well, good job. Donatus Kai has contacted me, asking if I have any interest in learning more about roses. Apparently, his latest achievement involves a dark red variant mixed with a particular type of yellow wild rose. Fascinating. I shall visit the monastery, or I simply must have some, or this seems like a waste of time. We'll go to the monastery again. Maybe we'll get a different outcome. Who knows? Oh, a sudden gurgling and feeling of pressure in your gut is all the warning you have before you're forced to make a dash for the privy. Alas, we have diarrhea. Well, that's fun. I think we can do that. And we did, in fact, get the green fingers this time, rather than the dirty fingers. One moment you're shivering, the next you're sweating, and overall you feel awful. Alas, we have a fever. Well, this isn't getting better, is it? Hopefully it does soon. Harley's favorite toy is missing. Dude, I have abdominal pain, diarrhea, and a fever. I don't care about your toy. I'll try to buy a new one. No? Okay, go away. Let's go ahead and split this force in half. We'll take this over to here. Looks like Mercia has another rebellion. That's always fun. Okay. We just got to finish a couple of sieges here. Put down a couple of troops. Mercia is fighting their rebellion over there. You spend most of your waking hours on the privy, where you frequently pass a loose, bloody stool. You have contracted dysentery. What is this, Oregon? Alas. Your court physician has come to see you and offers treatment for your illness. He explains that there are several different types of treatment he can offer. Well, as long as you know what you're doing, we'll try a well-tested treatment, I think. Let's see what he comes up with. Your eyes widened when he let a goat into your chambers. The foul smell of its flatulence made you both cover your noses, but the physician pulled your hand away. Apologies, my lord. This is the treatment. He recommended deep breaths. I actually feel better. Successful treatment. +2 in everything and health. Okay, so goat farts. Gotcha. Good job. I mean, that was the problem with Oregon Trail. They had all that dysentery, but they didn't bring goats. That's all they needed. Just one goat could have saved thousands of lives. Will they learn nothing? Okay, let's walk into here. Crush their revolt a bit. There we go. That's the actual Mercian army there. We don't want those guys walking in. These guys are still sieging. We will probably have the money to create another duchy here soon, which we should do. Get another couple vassals out from under us. Well, one vassal. Or potentially, once we control these, we could create some wealth douches? No. No. It's about right, but Welsh duchies is the term I'm looking for, of course. But hey, we recovered from dysentery. So that's good. 41 years of age. Not quite to the point where an illness like dysentery is getting super scary. I can't help but notice, though, that we haven't had a single epidemic coming through. There's some slow fever down in Africa right now, but it's not too bad. Camp fever over there in the Holy Land. Overall, this is a pretty healthy looking world. Except for France. Hey, we got a claim on the Isle of Man. Oh boy. I mean, we're gonna use it. And we're gonna move him over to Rins. If we can take that, that would be incredible. We're probably not gonna hold the Isle of Man ourselves. That would be annoying. Okay, we won those various sieges. We'll do another siege, and that'll hopefully get us up to about 100% war score. We almost had enough money to make a duchy, and then we got a claim. But that's not bad. Okay, he's still a tributary. It's all good. We're going to want to release the Isle of Man soon, because we're going to be going after them. But for right now, we just want to finish these sieges. Let's go ahead and take these guys out and then siege here. Actually, we might as well siege their capital. It'll probably be worth more war score, but we're already at... Of course. Well, there's another claim. Can't even move this guy yet until 14 April. We're at 100% war score. Felix looks like he got our dysentery. We're going to call for the court physician. Go ahead and move our troops back to here. We're going to offer peace, enforce demands. Those are ours personally, and since we can't hold any more territory, we are above our domain limit. That is not a good thing. We don't want to be above our domain limit. And Felix died. He died presumably of dysentery. He died attending to chamber business. Rip Felix. So we desperately need to partition off some of this stuff. Let's take a look at our de jure duchies over here. This is part of Lancaster. These are both part of Gwynedd. Let's give away Gwynedd to some courtiers. Who do we have in our court anyway? Do we have anybody that would be a good courtier to give these to? Anyone unlanded? We need court, not vassals. Let's see here. I mean, we've got Harley. We could give him Gwynedd. Everybody's okay with that. And what about Harley? We could give Harley this one. And that brings us back down to 10 out of 10. There we go. We should be able to move this guy soon, 14 April. So just a week or so. We'll go ahead and wait. There we go. Move him over to there. We're not going to declare on Northumbria immediately. First, we are going to release this guy. Can we not release him? Why can't we? He needs to be at peace. Who's he not at peace with? He is defending against a holy war for Lothian. That would be this up here. How's that going? 72% in favor of the King of Northumbria. They'll be okay. That will be just fine. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. We are next episode going to be going after the Isle of Man over here, but we did greatly expand our Welsh holdings this episode. So until next time, I will see you then.